Hey everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to Blue Vale here in City Skylines. I'm here at Elm Grove, the newest part of the city. We built this last time out. I love it. I think it's awesome. It's a really nice part of the city. It has kind of led me to a conclusion though, which is our city's a bit too modern right now. We've got quite a few, I say modern, you know what I mean, like there's lots of modern tech going on, traffic lights, you know, electrified tram routes, things like that. I think it's time to go back a little bit and build an old town here in Blue Vale. Old Blue, as it's affectionately known. And the best place I think to build that is actually over here, in this part of the city, because we've got the university just here, and then I think it's more residential or something else over here. This is a good place for it. It's at the fork of the river here, so you can imagine back in the day they would have taken the boats up and down these parts of the river, and then eventually you could imagine Vale Point was like reclaimed land, maybe even a little bit here at Vale Shores, or it was just built a little bit further inland to protect it from potential invasions or whatever. You know, we can come up with a history later. Building this is going to give me a good opportunity to fix some other mistakes in the city. So the actual old town itself is probably going to be surrounded by a wall. It's probably going to be this area here. The rest of it is going to be not modern built up or anything like that, but definitely more modern than the old town. We could probably have a main road that comes down here and maybe even cuts across here, potentially joins up with this bridge or goes underneath it and joins up further on. And then we also are going to connect up possibly from here over there, but definitely this one is going to bridge over, and also this one here is going to bridge over, and then that will create the main road that goes down and around. I'm also going to fix a mistake over here. Someone quite rightly pointed out that these two junctions here are very close together. Some may say too close together. So the plan is to actually cut these two here off, and actually create a parallel road here that connects these two up, and then just have one slip road that branches off and comes here. So when you come onto this main road here, you will go down around the roundabout and then up into this part of the city. That is the plan. So that will mean that the roundabout here might change a little bit. It also hopefully will fix what's going on with these, because that's a little bit annoying as well. And another thing I'm going to fix, if the game lets me pan across, I said before about having this actually function and go somewhere. And I think the best thing to do is to get rid of this ferry terminal, rebuild it somewhere else, maybe slightly over here, and actually have this be an avenue that crosses over the water here and forms the main road that then travels along this side of the river. I like that idea. We could have some bridges then that link that avenue up to Vale Shores, which is growing in population. I did change the building style. Yeah, that has saved. Good. And I also have spent a long time fixing some traffic issues, which I'm going to look to avoid doing elsewhere in the city. As it turns out, with the traffic light sequences, less can indeed be more. Right. I think the first thing first then, we should map out the old town. Now, I believe I have some cobblestone streets, if I find them. So I've got some cobblestone pedestrian streets, if I just select roads. Yeah, got cobblestone roads, cobblestone tram roads, and I believe somewhere I have cobblestone trolley roads as well, which is what I'm hoping for, because I'd like to set up a little trolley system in the old town. Just a little bit of modernization, as it were. Not the most modern, obviously, but yeah, I think it's something. You got these ones here as well, of course, which are the pedestrian streets, which I don't think are really going to be suitable for what I want. I'd rather do these ones here, but we'll see about that. I guess I'm just going to have to use whatever's, that's not the right one, whatever comes under the trolleys here for this. I thought there were some cobblestone ones. There's these ones, which are again pedestrianised, so we'll have to create maybe a little pedestrian area in the middle. Maybe have the whole thing pedestrianised, who knows. And then we can start working on how we're going to connect it up to the rest of the city. But right now, yeah, let's get on with the road planning. I think the majority of this area is going to end up being walled in and become the old town. Definitely up to the line here. Maybe a little bit off here, or we could have it border it and just have a single road that goes in and out with perhaps a roundabout or something here just to blend that in. I don't know, but let's find out, shall we? Okay, so this is the basic layout with the wall. I'm going to put a save in here purely because I don't trust myself to keep that wall in one piece. So I'm just going to save things. Got a nice hard save. I'm going to keep saving as I go through just in case I do mess things up. It's not so much building the wall itself was a bit of a pain. It's more the fact that the wall has to be built in a certain way for it to, you know, remain a wall. And I feel like even just doing some landscape here is probably going to mess things up, so I don't want to tempt fate too much. As you can see though, we've gone for a nice old-fashioned wall here, and these gates, of which there are currently 4, but there will be more in the future, they're going to be for the sort of busier roads that are going to come in, and I think we're going to have like a central plaza kind of area in the middle. Do I have anything castle related? No. Oh, maybe. Yes, castle ruins. I feel like putting that in the middle as well and having it as a ruined castle with a plaza around it. There is the castle of Lord Chirpwick as well, but I need... What do I need for this? Construct city arch. Oh, that's easy. I could probably do that as well then. Maybe. But I think the castle ruins is a better one to go for. Just as something touristy in the middle of the plaza here. I don't know if the buses are going to run through the old city as such, or the trams even. The light rail is definitely going to run underneath the yards here and will emerge somewhere around here and run along this road here. Possibly, for that probably will be the airport branch. That would be worth doing. And then this one's going to go up through Grove and beyond that way. I think I've changed my mind on that one about 5 or 6 times. I don't even know anymore. Anyway, I'm going to start laying out the main roads here, and you're going to see how I'm going to connect them up, and then where they meet is going to be where our plaza is going to go. So here we go then, the squiggly shaped X marks the spot. Now, the roads you see here probably will change in the not too distant future. The chances are I'm probably not going to be particularly happy with them, but I thought the bus lane here would be a good idea. Mainly just to get the bus through this part of the city. I'm probably going to change my mind, and I'm probably going to have this be single lane and this be double lane, and just use where are we? This type of road here. That's probably what's going to end up fully happening here. But right now, let's see if we can get this this plaza in. I'm going to look at what one-way roads I've got. Chances are it's probably just going to be a straightforward road like this. And we'll make it a rough square shape, not necessarily a perfect square or rectangular. There might be a little bit of curvature going on, but for the most part it will be a rectangular plaza in the middle of the old town here, for cars to travel around. Okay, so I think this here is going to be our central plaza. Now I believe there are some market assets. School of Science, no. Fish farm, no. Algae farm, no. There's the Bronze Panda. There's the Winter Market, which I think would go well in here somewhere. I thought there was like a farmer's market as well. There's the fish market. Pedestrian street market hall, but again that's pedestrianised. So I guess there's the fish market, which is an industry building, which we could potentially build in here. But I think the winter market and the castle are probably going to be the two best ones. So I think the winter market could go on this road here. Somewhere like that. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll build the castle behind it in this space here. So I think it'll be kind of like Rochester Castle, if anyone's ever been. Quite a nice place. Long time ago since I went there, and ironically actually it was for a Christmas market, so or rather fitting rather than ironically. So I think something like this. Now have I got, again if I go cobble, I've got these, which could potentially work. Yeah, no, that doesn't do what I want it to do at all. I'm not really in the business of placing these down one at a time. I think you can do this, and then I could place them down. That could work, and then just use the parallel tool, which I don't have. Or there's fence mode. I don't know. There's probably lots of tools here that I'm not too familiar with. Spacing, angles. Huh, okay. That might be something I come back to if I did some detailing here. I think right now, though, we've got the main sort of street layout in here. I am going to tweak this so that these do actually line up better. Same thing on this side. Wow, that's gone very askew indeed. Like so, and then over here. Do I need to make a massive change here? I probably do. Just line that one up like that. Line that one up like that. Which, to be honest, I probably could have done. Where he? Over here as well. Come on, game. Behave. Yeah, line that one up like so. Line this one up like so. And then over here, line these two up. So you would go there. You would go there. And again, we could use node controller. Straighten these out a little bit more. Make them look a little bit nicer. Again, that's something I could come back and revisit in the future, if not in a little bit. Right. Main road structure is done. Now we're going to go through and start connecting up these streets with cobblestones. There is parking here, so we are actually going to have parking on the street in an area for the first time in goodness knows how long, which is going to be awesome. So let's start planning out some streets, and then we can start looking at connecting this up to the rest of the city, and maybe even looking at some transport connections as well. this is the road layout then for Old Blue. Now, probably should have grade separated or, you know, elevated some of this or lowered it down or something like that. It's a little on the flat side. That again is something you could potentially do in the future with Move It and things like that. Right now though, I do like these roads. I think they're fine. However, I do also feel as though for a city of this size and population, when it comes to sections like this, I do feel as though work would have been done to make it so that traffic would have flowed a lot better through these areas. And therefore, I do feel like one-way systems and things like that would have been implemented. Now, obviously, we've got a one-way system here around the central plaza, but I think there would have been more. Mostly, the area in which I'm talking about is actually these main roads in and out. I feel like one-way systems here would have been implemented. Now, how I'm going to do that, I have absolutely no idea. It's probably maybe something you could imagine over time has perhaps been diminished. But I really liked the idea of having like narrow cobblestone streets where over the years some have been turned into one-way systems and things like that. Now, obviously, I don't have one-way cobbled streets, which is kind of annoying. I feel like I'm missing some roads here as well that I had before. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Where's the one? There was definitely one I was looking at. There's this one, pedestrian road, where if I did this, is it going to tell me to make it pedestrianised? No, it's not. That's actually useful for little sections like this, where it's like dead-end roads. Potentially put one there as well. But yeah, I feel like this is an area of the city where, you know, speed limits aren't that important. For example, I feel like all of these roads, yeah, they're 25, but I kind of want them to be... what's that? Default speed limits per road type. Could I change that? Have I just ruined stuff over here as well? I don't actually know. Possibly. Where's a good place to check? Over in Vale Shores, actually, because I set some 10-mile-an-hour speed limits. Yep, no, they're still fine. Good. I really want these cobblestone streets to be 10 miles an hour and everything else to be sort of 25, 30. This road here is definitely a 30, not a 35. So I'll fix that. Having traffic lights on every intersection as well is probably going to be a bit of a pain. But again, right now, I don't really know what else I could do with that. So I'm just going to have to leave it. The other thing, which is going to be a bit of a pain, is one-way streets with bus lanes around here would be useful. So I think I have that somewhere. Yeah, here. And do this. I feel like this would be better. Also then makes sense to have, you know, over here especially, 3 lanes going into 3 lanes, and here 3 lanes going into 3 lanes. Not that that's what's going to happen here actually, because it is going to be, here it's 3 into 3, but here it's going to be more like, you know, 1 or 2 into 3. And that would make more sense. Just debating actually how best to do this. First of all, this street here, which hasn't gone the way I wanted it to. This is Amity Street. That's Amity Street. For some reason though, that's Williams Street and that's Phillips Street, which is weird. But yeah, we're going to turn the traffic lights off on all of these, and we're going to have these be set up properly like roundabouts. Like so, and there, and here. Cool. As for the lanes, I might just leave them as default for now, actually. That's probably a good way to go. Although I don't want this one here to turn right, so I can turn that off using this. There we go, that one's fine. Over here, I believe that one's fine, and it's this one as well. where I need you to do that. Okay, excellent. So, next on the agenda, we've got the winter market here set up. That should hopefully all be lovely and working. We've got the ruins of the castle. We're going to put some stuff around it. Do we have cathedrals and things like that as well? I would imagine not, he says. Actually, I've got Saint-Pierre de... What does that say? Saint-Pierre de Rennes. And then I've got old stone wall pillar, cathedral of plenitude, and then just a cathedral. 2,000 abandoned buildings in the city. Yeah, I don't want that. That's going to be a pain. If it's not for the street, I could have actually built this here as well. Tell you what, it's really tempting to sort of expand this plaza a little bit and fit the cathedral and the castle in. But for that to work, so the cathedral could potentially go here. But then the castle would be crammed in. So, I don't know. It's a bit of a sacrifice, isn't it? If I put the cathedral here, though, the castle could go next to it. Let's try that. Let's try that. Right, cathedral. So you're going to go there. And then castle is going to come in next to it. So we're going to put the castle itself, I guess, there. And then one tower on this side, and then another tower on that side. And again, once we've put the, you know, the cobble or whatever in, this would look a lot better, a lot more realistic. Oh, you're actually interesting. You have hearses. Fair enough. Okay, we can roll with that. That's an interesting way to get the. We'll go with luxury here to get the dead sorted in this area. We could do something similar for a clinic, I suppose. Also just noticed there's loads of streets here that do need connecting up a little bit more. So for example, this one, we could run a road up there like that. It does reduce some of the potential for zoning. I think the rest are all okay. Yeah, I think it was just, that's the main one that was bugging me. Okay. So that's, whoops. Don't know where that came from. So that's that bit done. The next part of this then is going to be, I think, getting this road here over to here. So I think the first thing I need to do is build a loop for the Transrapid bus. So I think, or the bus rapid transit, that's the word for it. So I think what I'm going to do for that, just temporarily, is this. And then I'm going to grab that bus stop, which currently sits right outside the railway station. There we are. And I'm going to move it to there. Cool. Next, we'll get rid of this road here. I do like the idea of having a tram square in this part of the city, in the yards. And I feel like if I had this all set up as an avenue, then we could easily have like 3 or 4 different tram lines come through, maybe even come diagonally through here with 3 sets of platforms and somehow have them all connect up at the ends here. I don't know. I don't know right now. It's something that's been on my wish list for this city for quite some time. How it's going to be implemented though, I have absolutely no idea. I do know that I'm going to cut that back right now. And then this road here is going to get removed. Or is it actually? It might not be, because I think we do still need these service buildings to function. But I'm definitely going to remove the yards, ferry and bus there. Right now, as a temporary terminus, I'm going to potentially... How am I going to do this? Probably here. turn this into a single, whoops, turn this here into a single node. I think it's that one. No. Oh, I had it then. I actually had it then. That's really frustrating. How do I... Is there a way to undo? No. Okay, we're going to have to use move it. There we go. Grab that, do that, and then I hope... There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. Tram. No, that's metro. That's tram. Go back to the line tool, which is somewhere. There it is. And we're going to move you back like this for now. And then I'm going to remove this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. There we are. Also going to get rid of that. Okay, so this is our new terminus. It is temporary. It will get restored in the future. How? I don't know yet. But what I do know is all of this stuff here is going to get removed. Come on. There we go. We're going to remove these as well. And we're going to start extending this road. We're going to get rid of that. Might as well get rid of that power line as well. And we're going to get rid of this. Okay. So the plan here is to have a curved bridge. So this is going to come around like this, up and over, and then over to here. This one's going to do something a little bit similar. We may even have a road that comes off here and joins up, probably just before the bridge. And then over here, it's going to turn into 6-lane road. It's going to head up this way and then along this way. So let's get on with that. We can probably build something over here as well. In the oldie days, medieval days, this would have been like a little port or something. So maybe that's something we can do with like a fish market there. I don't know yet. It would be cool if we could do that, but yeah, I don't really know. But yeah, I want to get on with this and actually build something cool. So let's do it. Okay, so this is where we're at. This road here I don't really like, so I'm going to remove it. It's not the best bit of building I've done here. I think there are some elements to this that could be improved. I think this here would be better off as a bridge, so I'm going to do that now. And yeah, I kind of wish there was a road that I had that was a bike lane and a bus lane sort of combined, because I think that would be cool. I'm going to completely... Hello, Chirpy. Okay, it's not going to let me make that one I'm I guess I'm going to have to do it like this, which could still open up the possibility then to make this somehow connect up over there. But I don't know how. I do not know how. But it kind of works. It does kind of work, and it funnels traffic in and out of here quite nicely. And I do like the fact that we've got this bus lane here as well, although I think I'm going to make it a one-way, because that would be smarter. What have I got for bus lanes that's one way? Let's have a look. I've got this, I suppose, which could in theory work. I'd have to turn it around like this. And yeah, then bus can go straight on or bus can turn right. And if we had a bus station down in this area, which I'm starting to think we would do actually, then this works out quite well. Let's say, for example, if we had trams in the center and then this one here was for buses, so we could build you out by one and then along by one, maybe to like there, and then along like that and connect. I suppose the problem right now I've got is this is all elevated when it shouldn't be. It should be lower down, like so. Now maybe it'll work if I try again. Ooh, this one. There we go. And then did the same thing again. I can't actually do that one, so I'm gonna have to come in from this side. There we go, and then yeah, lower this one down, and then we can get some birds in here. And again, if you imagine the tram going underneath here somehow, then yeah, I think this as a new terminus for the Transrapid bus, for now at least, would work quite well. Does this have an elevated version? Yes, it does, but I can't use it because of the paths here, which is actually quite annoying. That's actually very quite annoying. Can I use it with this type then? If I was to make this... No. And again, it's because of this one here. Okay. One more attempt then. If I was to add an extra node, say there. This now, right? Yeah. It's not the prettiest, but it does work. And then if I was to grab this and bring it down, like so, I could potentially put this on a slope as well. There. And then if you imagine the land here is sloped down anyway, which I think it could just about manage. I don't know how trams are going to get under here, by the way. That's going to be a task for another day. We might have to use the wall here all the way around and then work it somehow. Either that or we just do some terraforming here. But yeah, I'm kind of liking this. So this road here then, it's going to pass underneath here and then swing round and connect up. It might even swing round, connect up over here and then be the entrance for that one too, but probably not, looking at it. This one here is going to run along, and then this one's going to bridge over and connect to it. This one's going to bridge over and connect to it. So I'll probably do that in a minute as well. The more I look at this, the more I do see some errors still. But I think actually another one that I could potentially fix right now is, let's make this, so it's going to do that, yeah, which is fine. Let's upgrade these again, like so. And it'll probably end up doing the same thing with those, which, yeah, I think I am going to do. Which I know seems dumb considering what we've just done, but yeah. So my other plan for how to make this work would be to grab this one and just lower it to the same level like that. And then this doesn't have to be elevated anymore. So it's a bit steep, but it does work. And if I grab you, and then do that, yeah, that does work a lot better. Now we do still have the problem of this is now on a slope, but it's not too bad. The bus in theory could end up going that way, in fact, because that does seem to be a bit of a better slope. That node is now all weird and janky, but fine. And then the tram could actually go up and over all of this, and maybe even if I lowered this node, which again, there's nothing stopping me from doing that. If I did something more like this, and then grabbed the level tool here and then used it, let's say like this, which is also something I could do on this side if I just leveled that. And then we did the same thing. Ooh, close move it. There to, in this case, we could probably do there to there. So it still lifts it up a little bit, but not a huge amount. And then again, this one over to here. Yep, lovely. And then this one over to here. Excellent. And yeah, now the tram from here can actually go up and over and then into this area. And that suddenly works a lot better. So we've still got the little bus station here, which is fine. We can now remove the limitations here. Still debating how to get the bike up and over the river, and also the returning bus. So I think the returning bus could potentially tunnel out from under here and then re-emerge, I don't know, maybe even on this node, and then have this one be just normal 2-lane. I don't know. That's me speculating again. There's things here that still aren't 100% perfect, I'll admit. But there are also some things here that are starting to look a lot better. Now I've got to be careful that there's no flooding here. The way to fix that problem would be using this. And bring it round. Like so. And like so. And then could potentially start extending it in this direction as well. If I started doing something a bit more like that, but that's for future me to solve. And that bridge just about carries, which is fine. If we were to flatten all that out, which I think it actually already is, then yeah, it's all good. It's okay. We might have to change how people walk along this, because they certainly won't be able to walk along the top one, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, I think I'm going to fix this roundabout over here off camera, and to be honest, I'm probably going to leave the rest of this till next time, because I think right now this is good. This road coming in and out of it is okay. I'm still not 100% happy with the fact that the bike lane here just ends, but if I made this bus all the way along here, what happens over here? Where does the bus go? Now actually the bus could in theory drop down that way as well, instead of coming down. Oh man, the more I say these things, the more I'm like, that's actually a much better idea. I'm going to do that. There's a couple of reasons why I'm going to do that. First of all, it allows me to redo this and make it better. More on that in a second. Second of all, it just fixes this as well. Makes this bit look nicer too. And it means I can actually elevate it up above the level of the path below again, which would also be nice. So let's do this. Kind of need it the road wider here still, but it's fine. 2 going into 2 and 2 is fine. That does work. And then from here, if I get rid of that one there, I could in fact have just replaced that with the I don't know. One way bus lane, not that one. Could do it with trees. Make it look a little bit nicer. Like so. And as for the returning bus, well, that can actually then go this way if I wanted to do that. And have it interact with the tram that way. Possibly. I don't think we have pedestrianised one-way bus lanes, do we? I don't think we do. I really don't like that. I think what I'm going to do is get rid of this node. And I'm going to try and go straight across that way. But I actually don't think that's going to work. So my other solution is... Whoops. Not that. My other solution is to bridge over this. Like this. Into here. And then loop around. I think that's actually going to be better. I think. We need to move. So this one here, if I just move it twice, and this one here, move it once. There we go. I think that is actually a better solution. And then we can bring it down and around. Sure. Let's just go with that. It's probably not the best solution, but I'm going to pretend that it is, just to make myself feel better. I'm also going to dezone that little section there. This section is going to be dezoned anyway because of the way that's been built. Is this existing? Yeah. So that's going to get moved. I think I moved the other police station over there, didn't I? Yeah. So this actually could just be gotten rid of. Do that, and then the local police station, the high capacity one, is over here, which doesn't have good vehicles set for it. Let's just do that. There we go. Yeah, this now works, or at least looks a lot better. I kind of prefer that. Right, new bus station design then. So we've got extra room to work with now. Bear in mind, we are probably going to have the tram bridge over this. But right now, if I do this, and then bring it down to the same level. Is there a way to make these flat? I don't actually know if there is when you're building. There probably is, and I just don't know what it is. So let's just do that. And then here... You're going to come out. Is there a double road bending anarchy? No, no, no. We could do straight slope. Now I can't do land with that, so that's annoying. But I actually want it to copy the shelters from this style. So we're going to use this one here. Space already occupied. Interesting. It's telling me that. Let's just do that. There we go. Now is this flat? Reasonably, I would say. And then do the same thing with this one. That actually needs to be a little bit longer. Actually, is this the way I want to do it? I don't even know if this is the way I want to do it. In theory, this could join back up over here then. But I don't know how much room we're going to have here. So the alternative... If this was open TTD, I'd put like dead end ones here. But I don't know. Looking at it. This one though. That's too close. I think what I'm going to do here is just keep building this one out. As far as I can go. Like that. And then here. Well, that fits one more of those in. But I don't think that's the way I wanted to do this. Tell you what, I'm going to go into a quick time lapse here while I figure this out. Alrighty, folks. I think this is a better design. It only occurred to me partway through that I could actually, you know, make the whole thing diagonally. And that would probably work better as a design. Yeah, not always the brightest spark, I'm afraid. Okay, couple more things then. We're going to reset this one how it was before. We're then going to set this as a node like that. And then I'm going to grab probably this one here and elevate it just a little bit more. Now I would love, and this might actually be possible, to get the tram to thread the needle between, I'm just giving myself time to do this while I'm talking, between the bus station below and the road above, and actually sort of go through there. And maybe if I had this be elevated the entire way, that would indeed be doable. If I was to move this plaza for a start over to here somewhere, let's just say there for now, and then had this road be fully elevated right up until this section here. Oh yeah, because those can't be. Okay, so that makes my mind up where this one ends. So that can go like that. This one can then do its thing like so. And then yeah, if I was to elevate this one as well, kind of like this, and then see if I could get this down to here as one thing like that, which is doable. And then even if I was to, I don't know why I'm in underground view right now when I'm doing this. Is it because I must have accidentally toggled it there. Right, is this level? Bit of a slope. In which direction? I'm going to guess this way. And yeah, I think that's leveled it out a little bit more. Let's just finish that off, and then over here to somewhere like this, we can just do that as well. And then yeah, I think what can happen with the tram then is maybe I could just push this out and have it swing around like that. I also feel like we're about to flood here. No, we might be okay. Might have got away with it. Yeah. Final thing then in this part of today's video, in fact probably for the entirety of today's video, because this has gone on for quite some time, is we're going to grab this here and we're going to bring it back over here somewhere, probably just to that one. Why not? And then I'm going to turn these three streets here back into the ones they were before, which was that. And there we go. So in the future, we will have a bus road of some kind that will come out from here underneath the square and will connect up again with this road over here to then continue this. This will probably become the bus rapid transit branch here that will go up into this part of the city. The one over here is going to become the airport section, and I think there may be a way to connect these up as well. It probably will actually form a loop of some sort. I don't know. We'll find out. But yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. And if I can place those little cobblestone slabs in down here as well, that'd be kind of cool. I am going to see if I can flatten this. So I feel like that would annoy me otherwise. Likewise, I mean, all of this, if I could flatten it, that would be great. Or at least make it look a little nicer over here as well. Got to be careful where I get too close to the wall there, because I don't want to let the water in. I think we are going to end up doing some terraforming around here though. Maybe make the river a little bit narrower or a little bit more controlled in this area, just to work with the area, because I think if we straightened this out here, that would open up more space for the tram, and at this point here it can actually run on ground level rather than elevated over the bus station. And then we can have a proper, you know, tram square here that connects up to the light rail as well. And this, I think, is the only place in the city where the tram and the light rail will have a direct connection, because I think everywhere else, right now at least, there's a bit of a walk involved, because the light rail doesn't come into Vale Point. So yeah, there will be one over here eventually at Blue Shores, but I think the one up here will actually be the first one. I think this is what I'm going to work on next time as well. So, summary. We've got an area of the city that is in no way complete. We've got elements over here that were never started. We've got a new square or a new interchange or something over here that has lots of work yet to be done. And there's probably other things as well that I've missed out. It is very annoying that this is here, and I might even go and swap this out for something else, and then I can have this be fully elevated right up until this junction here. And I think that is actually going to be a better way of doing this. So stay tuned. Ooh, that looks ugly. Stay tuned for that update in the next episode. Otherwise, I think that'll do for this. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course you're enjoying the series so far. Some of these episodes, they're becoming a little bit more like, I'll just build what I'm feeling kind of thing. If you're into that sort of thing, then awesome. If there's anything you'd like to see me build that I haven't done so already, feel free to drop a comment down below. Otherwise, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you for your continued support. It's very much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, I will see you soon.